Hello, 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 you guys. Good afternoon. Buenas tardes. How are you? I am doing fabulous because I'm just going to assume that you guys are saying, we are doing great, Tracy. How are you? And so I'm going to just answer that for you. I am doing absolutely fabulous today. Outside doing what I do, run my errands, just finished with my dance class. Oh, actually, that was this morning. I've been doing so much stuff in between. But anyway, having a absolutely fabulous day. In today's video, you guys, I want to give you guys my perspective of this 50-50 relationships. To me, this sounds like a no-brainer, but I like to watch other people's content just to kind of get a pulse for the streets. You guys know how I am. I'm like, I need to get a pulse for the streets, because when I found out or heard about a 50-50 relationship, I was actually thinking to myself, wait, are they talking about just like you do your part, I do my part type thing? And this has always been my motto. And so I was just like, wait, what? Why is this an issue? Like, what are we talking about? I just find it to be so super, super funny. Humans are so funny to me. But I wanted to come on here and give you guys my perspective of this 50-50 relationship. Again, 50-50 relationship meaning, because I had to look it up, because I was like, this can't possibly be a thing. Like, why is this trending? And it is. It's exactly what I thought it was. A 50-50 relationship. Basically, both partners in the relationship doing their part, so that it's not a burden on one person. It's not necessarily, okay, you take care of 50% of the bills, I'll take care of 50% of the bills. That could be an example of a 50-50 relationship. Absolutely. Like you it's just different examples of it, you guys. Like, you can have people who are like, our 50-50 relationship is we split everything down the middle. Bills, activities, expenses, car notes, mortgage notes, vacations, when we go out on restaurants, everything is split 50-50. Some people look at it like, okay, 50-50 in our relationship, and some people's relationship could look like, okay, because he is more financially set, or he is the breadwinner, he takes care of all of the bills. And the lady may take care of everything in the house, meaning the cooking, the cleaning, different things like that. What they call, I think now they don't like to be called housewives. I think now they prefer the name house managers, because it really is a job, you guys. Don't underestimate the value that a person brings when they are the person who stays at home, manages the house, cooks, clean, raise the kids. Do not underestimate that as a job. It is a job. It is a real job. And so, because often, and the reason why I have to stress that, you guys, or emphasize that, is because I've seen a lot of men who feel like, okay, I'm the breadwinner, I'm paying all these bills, look at this big house, look at these fancy cars, so since I am the breadwinner, you stay home, lady. And I've seen a lot of men who try to downplay that role, that house manager, housewife role. And it is a serious, serious job, you guys. And oftentimes it is not just a 9 to 5, like the guy will be at work from 9 to 5. That woman who's at home and is a stay-at-home wife, stay-at-home mom, a house manager. And I'm not even saying that she should be able to have that position just simply because she has kids that she needs to raise. Even if the kids are out of the house, you guys, or they are in the house but they are in school all day, that is still a full-time job. Managing a house, keeping it clean, cooking, managing, you guys know how like different things will occur inside of a house or even an apartment where you have different maintenance issues, and she has to take care of arranging and scheduling for different a handyman or a maintenance crew to come out and repair a thing, and just kind of keeping track of all those different things. It is a full-time job, and oftentimes it's not just 9 to 5. She is like working around the clock. Especially if it's if a woman like myself, like soon as we get up, we are on it. Like soon as I get up, I am emptying out the dishwasher, cleaning up behind the guys, because you guys know I live in a household with 4 men. And so men, they just it's like not, it doesn't come natural for them to just like kind of clean up. So even if they are like making themselves coffee or something in the morning or putting sugar in their coffee, they may leave like, you know, sugar grains on the counter. So like cleaning up like that, emptying out the dishwasher, cooking, having a schedule, still doing what I need to do for my own personal growth and personal development and self-love. I still have all of those things. So managing all of these different variables, you guys, is very time consuming, and it is a full-time job, and oftentimes it is, and we do it way longer than 8 hours a day. So don't downplay the role of a housewife or a house manager. Okay, now saying all of that, you guys, it can vary the different ways in which couples do a 50-50 relationship. What I have been seeing online is that a lot of ladies were saying that it's a trap and don't fall for the 50-50 relationship, like they are against a 50-50 relationship. And I don't know if they were specifically talking about they're against like the woman paying for half. I know that some of the women were specifically saying that. I don't understand what the problem is, ladies. Like, let me talk to the ladies for a minute. And just in case you guys are wondering, like, why do I have to say, let me talk to the ladies or let me talk to the men? Because surprisingly enough, you guys, when I looked at my analytics, I literally like have half men and half women. It is so freaking close. Like half and half, men and women who listen to me. Whereas I thought that it was mainly women. I thought that my audience was like, before I looked at my analytics, in my mind, I was like, I'm sure like 90% of my listeners or subscribers are probably women. But it's not, you guys. It is like close, very, very close to like 50-50. Which I found to be very amazing. And thank you to all the men out there that listen to me. Thank you. But anyway, you guys, let me talk to my ladies for a moment. Especially this modern day lady. As I've mentioned before, times have changed. And oftentimes, we, as the woman, are making more than the man. If not a little more, like right there at the same. I mean, yeah, you have those cases where, you know, the man is still the breadwinner and like making an extreme amount of money, and the woman is making very little, if none at all. But for like the majority of the just like working class people out there, the women, we are making like a little bit more than the man, or we're making like very, very close to equal the amount of man. Or we are making just a little bit less than the man makes. Times have changed, ladies. So what that means is that when it comes to the bills and expenses and going out on rendezvous and going out to dinner, oftentimes he don't have it. Like to do all of the extras. Especially if you guys are like in a dating atmosphere. He has his own bills, like you do. He's paying his own rent, his car note, his insurance, his power, gas, water, sewer. Like he's paying his own bills the same as you are. Like this is a case where if you guys are not living together. So why, lady, do you just automatically expect nowadays for the man to pay for the whole thing? Why? As I mentioned to you guys before, you should be looking for a partner. As I have advised men before, stop looking for the woman, the modern day woman, so you can lead her. She doesn't need you to lead her. The other thing that, like a quick tip with these guys who feel like they should lead a woman. Oftentimes this woman that you're trying to lead, she has money in the bank. She has access to a lot of resources, good credit score, invested in stocks and bonds. And here you are over here and you can like barely pay your bills. But you feel like you should lead this woman just simply because you have a penis in between your legs and you're a man. No, that's not how it works. And it definitely doesn't work like that today. That's going to be a no, sir. But to my ladies out there, times have changed. These men don't have it like that. You guys are going to have to do a 50-50. Listen to T-Bird. Listen to Auntie. In all of my relationships, and I mean I have dated all kinds of men. Black men, white men, Hispanic men. Men who've made a whole lot more than me. Men who made the same amount as me. Men who have made a little less than me. Men who have made a lot less than me. Because you guys know, when it comes to me and when it comes to relationships, I don't determine whether or not I'm going to date somebody or be in a relationship with somebody based off how much money they make. That has never been my thing. It has never been my thing. So therefore, I've dated men of all different levels of finances. But with all of those different types of men, you guys, I have always done what you guys are now calling a 50-50 relationship. Even with the men that made like double the amount that I made, I always brought something to the table that they didn't have. I can think of an example where I dated someone who made like a whole lot more than me. And that person paid the majority of the bills, yes. But that person had a very, very low credit score. And I've always had like a super, super high credit score. 800, 750, 780, 790, 809. I remember when we went to go purchase the RV. And, you know, when you're getting things even like in your company name and things like that, oftentimes, or when you're like building up your credit, because even with the businesses, you guys, you want to build up the business credit score. And so when you're first starting out with your business and you're trying to get a business credit card or buying things in the business name, you want to start building up the business credit score. So when you first start to do this, they need to basically have a backing of like, and they use your personal credit score to start putting things in the business name, or to start to increase the business score, or to build that rapport for your business. When you first start off, though, you need to use your personal credit score as a backing. And I'll never forget when we got the RV, the guys kept saying, their terminology. I didn't even know this was a terminology, but they were saying things like, "Oh, she's a brick." I thought they were I didn't say anything at first because I was like, are they saying I'm a brick house? And in my day, if you called a woman a brick house, you were referring to her body. Like she was solid. Like she had this super, super curvy body. They would say, oh, I think there was even a song like, she's a brick house. So when the guys at the RV place kept saying, she's a brick, I was like, are they talking about my body? But I was just thinking that to myself. 11111. Wow. I'm in alignment. Thank you, Source. And they were not referring to my body. They were referring to my credit score. And I think when they ran it at the time, I think it was like 810. I didn't even know because I hadn't purchased anything in a long time, and so I was just like, I didn't even know what my credit score was. So I wasn't familiar with that term brick. But even in the relationships where the guy made a whole lot more money than me, I always brought something to the table. Like some of those guys who made all of that money, their credit score was so low that we would have never been able to get a house or buy a car or things like that you need to show a good credit score. So that's one of the many things that I brought to the table. Always having this really good, solid credit score. Always having some type of money in the bank. Always having money saved. Always having something in investments, stocks and bonds and things like that. I always brought something to the table. Now, on the outside, people would look at those relationships and go, oh, he paying all the bills. He's bringing everything. She probably don't do anything. Not knowing that, no. I brought a lot to the table. Credit score, money in the bank, assets. Also, in addition, all of the work. Like I told you guys, as a house manager, I keep a clean house. I stay on maintenance. I am a phenomenal organizer. I am always cooking, but that's because I enjoy cooking though. So anybody who gets with me is going to reap all of those benefits. Someone who's very good with her money, someone who is very serious about keeping a phenomenal credit score, someone who is very good at organizing, someone who knows how to manage a house, someone who knows how to manage money. You're going to get all of those things from me, which are oftentimes intangibles, but still are extremely valuable. So apparently, I guess these women were having an issue with 50-50 because they were like, I shouldn't have to do this. I shouldn't have to do that. I believe they're called princesses. They call themselves princesses. I don't know the whole name, but they feel like, look at me. I'm a dime. I'm gorgeous. So I shouldn't have to cook. Like, why should I have to cook? Or I shouldn't have to keep a clean house. Or I should not dare have to pay half on a bill. Or I shouldn't dare have to treat the guy. Why not? You got ladies. I'm speaking to the ladies. Why not? I don't understand. I've been in relationships where the guy has made significantly lower than me. I don't have a problem. I remember this, oh my God, I remember this, like when I was in my 20s, I had dated a guy. It wasn't serious. I was in my single phase, single and having fun. This is why I always tell you ladies out here, there is nothing wrong with being single. Enjoy yourself, enjoy your time, have fun. The right person will come along, don't worry about it. But I remember when I was in my 20s and I was dating this guy, and he made significantly lower than me. I think this was like my mid to late 20s. And he made a significantly lower amount than I did. Like at the time, I don't even think he had a full-time job. He had a job, because that's always my requirements. You need to have a job. But he was like, I think like working part-time. He had roommates. He had a nice car, not super expensive, but like a nicer car. So therefore he had a car note, he had car insurance, he was paying rent, he had his own bills. And so he wasn't asking me for anything, but it was no problem for me. If I wanted to go out somewhere or try a good, new restaurant or something, I would say, I saw this restaurant up the street. It looked like it just opened, a new soul food joint, you want to go? And he would be just honest. He would just say, I don't have it. I don't have it like that. Or, I had to pay the power bill this week, or I had to pay my rent this week, and so I don't have it. And it was nothing. It was like a no-brainer for me. I'm not sure what these ladies are going through nowadays, which is why I'm trying to make these videos to help you guys out. It is not that serious. It's not that deep. Just look at it like you're treating yourself. But you just want the companionship of somebody else. You would treat yourself, right? You wouldn't. Ladies, you would not go to a restaurant that you were interested in going to just simply because, I don't know, you don't want to spend money. You would treat yourself, right? So if you're dating someone or you like someone, why not say, hey, I just saw this restaurant. And if the person is like, I would love to go, but I got to pay my bills. I had to pay my child support this week. Why not say, oh, no problem. I'll pay. As you guys know, I made a recent video about age gap relationships. I don't know if this is just, but like I said, this was in my 20s. I was going to say, I don't know if this just comes with maturity, that ladies are just like, it's not that big of a deal. But I was in my 20s and it was not that big of a deal. I didn't care anything about, oh, wait a minute, no, every single time we go out, he needs to pay the bill. Or, I am insulted that he asked for half. Now, I will say this to the fellas. If you're doing this, don't do this. Don't ask a lady out and you don't have the money to pay. Don't do that. I personally feel like the person who asks that person out should be ready to pay the bill. I do. I really do. If I'm interested in you, that was the other thing that I was hearing some of these ladies who are against these 50-50 relationships. Like, they also have all these stipulations like, and a first date is not going to get coffee. You need to take me to fine dining and pay and foot that whole bill. What? I'm trying to help you guys. You guys are going to be single for I'm trying not to laugh. You guys are going to be single for a really long time. If these are you guys' stipulations, ladies, if these are your stipulations that you're like, no, Don't you dare take me on no first date and it's for coffee. You cheat. You guys, young ladies, listen to some of these long-term relationships from aunties and uncles and moms and dads and grandparents. Listen to the stories of how they met. And you will hear in their story, the lady will oftentimes say, oh, when I met your dad, he was broke. When I met your dad, he didn't have a pot to piss in. You hear this story a lot, you guys. When I met your dad, he didn't even have a car. I had to help him get his first car. Listen to T-Bird, you guys. And I consider myself to be a very, I consider myself to have really high standards. Not unbelievable standards, but I consider myself to have really high standards. Like as far as like what I want in a man. Like he needs to have great work ethic. He needs to be loyal. He needs to be committed. He needs to be and want to be my partner, not my leader, my partner. He needs to be good with money, but that's not a deal breaker. If he's not good with money, he needs to be okay with me being in charge of the money because he sees that I'm good with the money. But I have some really high standards. Like, you need to have a job. You need to be committed. You need to be loyal. You need to be compassionate. You need to be super, super positive. You need to be generous. You need to be loving. These are the things that I require in a man. And I think those are some pretty high standards. But even you guys, who I consider myself, I don't like using this term, but maybe this is the only way that you guys will understand what I'm talking about. Believe me, guys, I don't use this term when I'm referring to myself. But I think what most people would call nowadays is a high-value woman. I would absolutely consider myself a high-value woman. I bring a lot to the table. But even you guys, I don't have a problem treating a guy out, especially somebody that I'm interested in. I have no problem paying for the date. If he tells me, hey, I want to go, I really do, but I had to pay bills. I could probably pay for half. I have no problem saying, okay, I'll pay for half. I have used my credit for people to get a truck. I remember the father of my son. I put my credit on the line, yes, and got him a truck. The arrangement was for me to put the truck in my name, and he paid the car note. And he did. Sometimes he did. He didn't. That's just that's just the chance you take when you put things in your name for people. Just take that tip, you guys. I mean, do it if you want to do it, if you feel it, in your heart. But just know that there's a good probability that this person may forfeit and not make the payments. And just know that's your credit on the line, which means just be ready to pay that car note if they don't make that car payment. It all worked out for me anyway. I told you guys in another video, it all worked out for me. He ended up totaling the truck once he stopped making the payments, and I was like in a bind having to make this truck note payment because he stopped making the payments. It all just worked out for me. I'm saying all of that, you guys, to say that we should all be willing, ladies including us, to bring at least 50-50 to the table. Like I said, it doesn't always have to look like splitting the bills 50-50. But if you guys are both making around the same amount of money, you're not doing it for him. If you guys are sharing a household, you're doing it for your household. You're doing it to maintain the household and your home. If the man is making the same amount of money as you are, ladies, why wouldn't you be okay with splitting the bills half and half? That just is like a no-brainer to me. This should not be an issue, you guys. I think what the problem is with today's dating is that everybody is like got their guards up, and it's like nobody is dating anymore for like love. Nobody is dating anymore for like, I am genuinely interested in this person. It seems to be that everybody is like so afraid and like operating out of a state of fear. I don't want this person trying to use me and abuse me. I don't want this person trying to take advantage of me. Oh no, he's the man. He should be paying all the bills and paying all the expenses and paying to get my hair done and my nails done and all this and all that. Instead of looking at it like, no, this is my partner. This house, this home that we have, we want to maintain it. So you do your part, sir, and I'm going to do my part. 50-50. If that 50-50 looks like, okay, he's the bread winner, he's going out working all day, he's paying for all the bills, then, lady, you should be okay with managing the house, cooking the meals, doing your part. What do you have to offer? Cooking the meals, keeping the house clean, keeping the house maintained, organization. Like, what do you bring to the table? If you have the good credit score, getting things in your name for you guys, for the relationship, for the home, you should want to do your part. I don't believe at all that a woman should feel like just because she is beautiful, just because she has a banging body, just because she's a dime, she's a 10, that she can just, just be like, I'm pretty. That's what I offer. I'm pretty. I'm young and I'm pretty and I have a pretty body and you get to have sex with me. So, yeah, that's all. That sounds asinine. That sounds asinine, you guys. And ladies, specifically to you, you do not want to only rely on your youth, your looks, and your body as the determining factor as to why he should be in a relationship with you. Do you know why? Let Auntie tell you. Because that means the minute that you get a little older, the minute that you start showing any kind of wrinkles, the minute that you lose any kind of shape, you start gaining weight or you lose too much weight. The minute that your face is not picture perfect, guess what? He's going to trade you in for a newer, younger, more beautiful model. Like, because you didn't bring anything else to the table. Can you see how easy that is for him to just upgrade? Me personally, I always want to bring at least half. Not just money wise. What I'm saying to you guys, look at yourself. Like take a really good long look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, you may be saying, I want a relationship, I want a boo thing, I want a man. Ask yourself. You don't have to do this in front of anybody else. Ask yourself, just say, and get real with yourself. Just say, what do I bring to the table? Just ask yourself. Just say, self, what do I bring? What do I offer? What can I offer this man? And ladies, if the only thing that you can come up with is a banging body, your beauty, and I don't know what your looks, your body, and your youth, ladies, you don't want that. You need to bring more to the table. Because what happens when your looks fade, when your body is no longer banging, and you get a little older? You do not want to only rely on that, ladies. Listen to me. You need to bring more to the table, more to the relationship than looks, body, and youth. And say you're like, oh, but Tracy, I have my degree. I bring my degree. I have a master's. I have a PhD. Okay, if you're not earning with that master's and that PhD or that undergraduate degree, again, what's the value? Like, what's the value? I personally feel like, yes, an educated person is very valuable, but in what way? If you're not doing anything with the degree, what are you bringing to the table? I've been seeing a lot of young ladies out here, and they're saying things like, I don't cook. Look at me. Cook. No, you need to take me out to fine dining every night, at least 4 days a week. Do you, if that's your belief system? T-Bird is not telling you to do anything different. Do you? However, these guys out here, most like hardworking guys out here, just like working regular jobs. We're not talking about the exception to the rule, the millionaires, the billionaires, the athletes. We're not talking about these people. I'm talking about regular, everyday working men. They don't have it like that, you guys. And you would want a man to pay his bills first than to splurge and get your hair done, your nails done, and taking you out to fine dining when you could just be cooking. Ladies, listen to me. These men are like, no, we don't have it like that. And ladies, you don't want that anyway. Because I promise you, the man who is what they call provider, he's oftentimes the man who's like, oh yeah, I will take care of all the bills. I will foot everything. I will pay for everything. The mortgage, the car note, the insurance, I will pay for everything. You just stay home. I promise you, he doesn't expect that you're just going to stay home and do nothing. He's going to expect you to cook, clean, manage the house, raise the kids. He's going to expect you to do those things. So I want to offer you guys that there's nothing wrong with a 50-50 relationship, you guys. Okay, guys, I got to get moving because I am clearly in a spot, parked in a spot, and the sun has moved on me. So it is just like not even letting me finish this video because it just keeps cutting out. So let me move and continue on with my chores. But let me finish up here with this, you guys. To my ladies out there who find it to be a problem that these guys want a 50-50 relationship, don't be mistaken. I promise you, your mom, your grandmother, your aunt, they can tell you stories of how they helped out their man when they first started dating or got into relationships. And especially now, ladies, with this modern day woman that we are, we oftentimes are going to be making close to the same amount that our counterparts are making. Times have changed. So you guys, with that change, yeah, there's a lot of benefits for us as ladies, but also with that change means that we are going to have to step up. Since we are making more money, we're going to have to step up, and things are going to change in the dynamic in which who pays for bills and who takes somebody out on a date or treats somebody. And if you guys have been listening to me for a while, you guys, stop trying to judge a person on whether or not you want to date them according to how much money they have or how much they can buy or spend money on you. It's you guys, you've got to understand this. It's not about any of that. Instead, look at it like, do you enjoy spending time with that guy? Ask Source, like I told you guys in another video. If you're thinking, I hope this guy is not taking advantage of me. I hope this guy is not trying to use me for my finances. Ask Source. Say, Source, reveal this person to me. Is this person trying to use and abuse me? Is this person trying to take advantage of me? Source will reveal them to you. But if you just truly enjoy spending time with that guy and you have a great time when you go out with him, there is nothing wrong with going 50-50. Yes, even on dates. There's nothing wrong with just treating them sometimes. Hey, this new movie came out, Bad Boys. You want to go see Bad Boys? No, I got it. And just pay for the tickets. The other last bit of information I want to offer you guys is that they may not say it, but oftentimes a guy is looking to see if you're going to be down. Like if you're going to, when things get rough, when things get tough, are you going to just jump ship, or are you going to stay and support him and be by his side? You guys, that is an amazing quality to bring to the table. For you to like be ride or die with your guy. I'm not saying if he's using and abusing you or, cheating or anything like that. I'm just saying when things get rough, like financially, for him to know that you're not going to just jump ship and you're going to be there with him, you all are going to see the thing through, is a very great quality to bring. Because you're basically letting him know, hey, I'm supporting you and I'm going to be with you to the end. For the guys out there that are wanting now these 50-50 relationships, I hope you guys are not the same guys who are still out here talking about, I'm the leader. No, sir. What? Stop with this nonsense. You guys ain't got me hyped. Stop with this nonsense. You want a 50-50 relationship. You want this lady to do 50-50. Either with the chores, either with finances. But you still walking around here talking about you want to be her leader. guys, if that lady makes more money than you, she has a better credit score than you, she has investments, she has money in the bank, what does she need you for as her leader? She clearly doing it. I'm sorry, that is so funny to me when I still hear men who are not the breadwinner and at best doing 50-50 with the lady that they're with, but they're still like, but I gotta be the leader. Why? You guys, be okay with being partners. Be okay with bringing 50-50, doing your part. Whether that part is finances, whether that part is this person, male or female, is the breadwinner, and so I am going to be the one who managed the house. Absolutely, you guys, you should have already been doing this, because you never want it to be the case where the one person in the relationship is responsible for everything. You guys, that puts so much stress on that person. That is such a burden for that human. We're supposed to be the yin and the yang. He do his part, you do your part. You're not supposed to be ladies, oh, you know, I'm too pretty to do that. I'm too cute to do that. Oh no, I don't cook. Oh no, you need to do my hair. You need to get my nails done, my hair done. Ladies, stop with this nonsense. Stop with this nonsense. You guys are making this dating way more complicated than it needs to be. It is not that serious. It is not that complicated. Look for some of these other traits in men instead of looking for men to just pay all your bills. You don't need that. Go make your own money. And both parties need to bring, yes, equal things to the table. So, you guys see, I told you guys in between clips, I'm like doing all this running around. So, I have Roxy with me because we need to go in here and she just needs a haircut. She's gotten all her vaccinations, but she just needs to get her haircut. And I'm going to have them give her a bath, clean her ears out. And it's called pet spa or something like that. So anyway, let me finish up here, you guys. So what I wanted to leave you guys with is this. You guys, stop, men and women, stop making this dating so complicated. If you got it, good. Pay for the date. Pay for half the date. If you like that person, instead of being so fearful and afraid of, is this person using me? Is this person taking advantage of me? Just move from a place of generosity and I want to go to that nice restaurant, so I'm going to treat this person, male or female. I got it. I will treat them. I want to go see that movie. I got it. I like this person's company. I'm going to treat them. Instead of looking so deep into it, you guys, and you guys are overcomplicating things. And oftentimes, I really need you guys to hear me on this one. Turn off all of that social media. You guys are listening to girls are listening to all these other girls. We don't do 50-50. Oh no, 50-50 relationships are a scam and you should not do that. And then you got the guys going, we need 50-50 relationships because, you know, these girls, they're not going to keep on using and abusing us. You guys, stop overcomplicating things. If you like that person, you want to spend some time with them, treat them sometimes. Be okay with doing 50-50. If you guys are in a relationship and the betterment of your home and your household needs two incomes, to make that thing work, then be okay with going in half on the bills and expenses and vacations. Why not? Stop overcomplicating this dating, you guys. Ladies, times have changed. We are making money. We are out here doing our thing. Be okay with bringing 50-50 to the table. Ask yourself, what do I contribute? How can I contribute to this relationship, to this household? If we're looking for these guys to be our partners, you should absolutely be going into it like a partnership. What do you have to offer? What do you bring to the relationship? Absolutely. So I hope you guys heard the message. I would not steer you guys wrong. Be okay with being generous and going 50-50 in a relationship. My opinion, I don't think it's anything wrong with it. I don't think it's anything wrong with it. And I absolutely think that you, both parties, men and women, should be taking a long look in the mirror and asking yourself, what can I offer this woman? What can I offer this man? And if you're a man and you're dating a lady and she already has all her money and you're like, okay, I can't offer her all these finances because I don't have it. I just don't make that kind of money and I don't have it. Then ask yourself, what can you offer her? What can you offer? What do you bring to the table? Do you bring peace and comfort and emotional support? Do you bring a great credit score that you can help, get things, purchase things? Do you bring, I don't know, maybe she doesn't have a car. You have a car. But ask yourself, like, what do I bring to the table? Do I bring my loyalty? Do I bring my compassion? Do I bring my commitment to her? I can do all the chores in the house because she's working all day. If you're the man, yes, you guys need to rethink these gender roles because times have changed. So if you're the man and you don't bring the finances and she's the breadwinner, then ask yourself, are you okay with primarily taking care of the house, managing the house, doing all the chores, cooking all the meals, raising the kids, getting the kids back and forth to school, driving them to school, helping them with their homework? Like, ask yourself, what do you bring to the table? There are many qualities, you guys, to bring to a relationship. It's not just money. But you do, in my opinion, I think you guys absolutely should be bringing half. Whatever that looks like in your relationship, I absolutely believe that you guys should bring half so that all of that burden and responsibility doesn't rest on just one person. Because that creates a very resentful individual and oftentimes leads to breakups and divorces. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. I absolutely believe in 50-50 relationships. That's what you guys are calling them now. Absolutely. I always have. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with them. Okay, you guys, I will see you guys on the next video. If you haven't already, be sure to thumbs up and like the video and share the video if you think somebody could hear that message and receive that message. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. Roxy, say bye. Roxy, say bye-bye. Say bye, guys. I'll see you on the next one. See, I gotta go get my hair cut.